Hero, but now they can call me Batman.
What up? Welcome back once again to the Necro Zoo. I am Bones. And in this one, I need to get through the Justice League because I am really excited to start getting into the Suicide Squad. So let's go ahead and knock this one out. As I said before, I will be reviewing the figure and then I will be repainting them and then doing a video on that. Besides the fact that I have received tons of stuff in the mail, I've actually found some stuff in the wild that I want to show. And not only that, but also I've been actually working on some custom figures that are just like things I just started working on, and I couldn't stop once I started working on them, so that took up a lot of my time. But it will be a really fun month. Got all that stuff ready for you guys to check out. And of course, this is my favorite month of the year, October. So we have a lot of stuff on the plate, but like I said before, I want to knock out the Justice League figures that I promised, and then I'll jump straight into the Suicide Squad, and so also reviewing the regular releases from McFarlane. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now this time it is going to be the Flash from the Justice League, of course played by Ezra Miller. He's getting his own movie now, and he looks pretty cool in the package. He is a speedster. So of course he does come first, your standard black DC Multiverse stand. Not really needed, but sometimes useful. Then he does come with his data file card, have a picture of Ezra Miller in the costume there, and on the back you do have some information. Add that to the collection. Now he comes with two different versions of like this Speed Force kind of effect. I guess these two longer ones are for his legs. Kind of a lighter blue, like a more aqua blue looking mold there. And then you have these, maybe these are for his arms or these are for his legs. Either way, you could mix and match them. But these have a more deeper blue tint to them. Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. Now, starting off just from first looks, he looks pretty good. I love the composition of the suit, how it has different parts and different textures. Kind of like he made it himself or something, like he built it, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the head. Now, mine is off a little bit on the eyes, but it's not really a big deal. It doesn't bother me so much. One thing I did notice is that the head rides a little bit high on the neck joint, and if you just turn them either way to the side, you could see you could expose like the neck hole underneath. So I don't know if they did that so that he could look up really well, because he is, you know, in a lot of running positions. But I'm not sure if I might try and like cut down the peg. That way it drops the head a little bit shorter, which would make him a little bit shorter. And I think it'd look better just because it wouldn't expose the neck part that much. But we'll see when I do the custom repaint. We'll check it out. But it is your standard McFarlane head. Like I said before, he can look up very well. He looks down left to right, and you could tilt his head for some character. Pretty nice. It does look like Ezra Miller, so that's pretty cool. And there's a lot of detail there on the head, on the helmet and stuff that I'm going to get into when I do the repaint. Now, moving down. Like I said before, love the emblem on the chest. Love all the different textures. I know there is a lot of lines that are supposed to be painted in that I'll be getting into when we do the repaint. But all in all, really cool figure. He does have the standard McFarlane waist articulation, left to right, turn him. He does lean forward fairly well. He leans back, and you can twist him to get him in some cool poses. Pretty awesome. Now let's take a look at the arms. He does have a butterfly shoulder joint, a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then some jazz hands just to spice it up. Pretty cool. Of course, those hands are for when he's running. Love the detail on the gauntlets and the little added gold for the flash details on his arms. Pretty sweet. He can move his hands around with the wrist ball articulation. Now moving down, pretty cool midsection. The trunk area is a little bit wide, so I'm not sure, but I'm pretty positive that I will be slicing it and then making it smaller and then re-gluing it. It's much like how I did the cyborg figure, because it just looks poofy to me, and I'd like it just a little bit more hugging his body so it doesn't stick out so much. Going down the legs, more of that cool stylized line work, and then of course details I'm going to get into when I do the repaint. Let's check out his thigh swivel. It is there, not so much as some other figures, but it's passable. You can twist it out and cock it up to get those double jointed knees. Then on his feet, he does have up and down, left to right, and he can rock his feet. And then of course he does have toe articulation. And before we move on, just love the way the shoes are. You got some cool straps and then more of that gold accent. I just love all the textured lines. I'm not exactly sure how some of the repainting stuff will go, because I'm going to look up images and maybe I might get some different ideas, but I will do a video on it and show it off here in the next couple days. Pretty sweet. Let's take a look at him from the bottom. Kind of has some kind of tread, but more like a running shoe tread. And then going up the back of the body, more detailed sculpt work, texturing, line work. And then of course, how I said, the trunks look a little bit puffy, so I will be slicing those and then gluing them back together to get a tighter fit. Love the detail work up on his back, looks awesome. And then I will be working on all the parts that need to be painted going up into his helmet. You can see all the different sculpt work that they do that doesn't have extra paint to like differentiate it from each part. And once you paint it, you get that contrast. So we'll see how it looks once I do the repaint. All in all, he looks pretty good. Like I said, I want to see if I cut down the peg, it might drop his head down a little bit, so his neck won't look so long. So we're going to see how that looks. And then the trunks I'm going to fix. And then of course the custom repaint job. Now I have done already Aquaman. I reviewed him and did the repaint. He's up there on the shelf. And then I also did Cyborg. I guess towards the end, I will be doing some other things like the Mass Cyborg. I'll repaint that one. And then I'm going to be working on a custom Wonder Woman to go with these figures that I think everyone will be interested to check out. But all in all, pretty nice figure. He's going to look good on the shelf with his full team of the Justice League. But you guys, keep hunting out there, keep collecting, keep customizing, and I will see you on the next one.